In this video, I'm gonna talk about these two CSRF tricks. One is CSRF where token validation depend on the request method, and the next one is CSRF where token validation depends on being present at least. So after that, I'll also take a look at the real world examples which are reported by the hackers to actual bug bounty programs. And I will also give you a list of all the HackerOne reports which are related to the CSRF and bunch of other reports which are well written and I guess real world issues as well. So let's jump into our labs. The first one is CSRF where token validation depends on being the present. Right, it's necessary to the validation happens when the CSRF token is present. If it's not available, the application or backend is not checking it, right? So I have the lab and I'm going to open it on my account, and the username and password is always as Venier and Peter, our biggest enemy. Venier, and the password is also Peter. Let's log in, and after logging in to our account, you can see that here is a email functionality. Let's say we are going to give a testing email @gmail.com, and here I will open my bug suite as well, and then I just make sure to is on and my burp foxy proxy is on the burp. Hit update and capture the request. Here you can see that this is the request which contains the CSRF token in the post request body. So what I will do, I just send it to the repeater and hit it off, and here you can see that email is being updated successfully. So now we move to our exploit server, and here you can see that then in the body section what we need to do is just we'll simply do right click and then move to the engagement tools and generate CSRF POC. But before that, what I will do, I just remove this CSRF token, and also I will add something super random in the username and credential part of the email, right? So make sure that email is changed. It's necessary. If you are using the same email, it will not work. So that's why I'm going to change the email and generate the CSRF POC. It's really simple, and copy the HTML and close that tab and paste it here. Store your exploit. In real world, what you will do, you just have to paste it somewhere locally or paste it somewhere on the static website like Netlify, or there are a lot of static websites which allow you to host a static page. So you can you can host your exploit there, and after that you can deliver the exploit to the victim. Deliver mean you will provide the link, and whenever you provide the link, it will just click the link, and the only condition is the user should be logged in at that time when you are providing that link. So you can take over his or her account by adding attacker email. So this is the magic of the CSRF. CSRF at email functionality is really dangerous. If you find it, make sure to report it. Most of the time program write that CSRF is out of scope on the login pages, but you can chain it with other vulnerability like XSS, and especially features like adding payment method and email. These are really interesting for the CSRF, so make sure to look it for them, don't miss them. And the next challenge, which is CSRF where token validation depends on request method. So here we just need to change the request. I'm accessing the lab, we just need to change the request. Sometimes you can bypass the CSRF protection using simply changing the request from get to post. And yeah, that's it. It will literally the backend is not checking whether the request method is let's say the backend is only checking for the post request. What if you change the post to put or post to patch or post to get, whatever? There are a lot of HTTP verbs and I'll show you my methodology how I test. So here again we are going to provide the credentials. The credentials are Veneer and our password is also Peter. Sorry Peter. And yeah, we are going to log in and please don't save it. Okay, provide my super random mail.com. And yeah, before hitting update, what we need to make sure is our burp proxy is running and intercept is on. Again, doing the same method, the same methodology I'm following, and here I will send the request to the repeater, and you can see that we have successfully updated the email. So this is a normal feature, but we are going to exploit this. This is the attacker server. I have already told that you can also use static website like Netlify. Or now here we don't need to remove the CSRF token, we just need to change the request method. Before generating the poke, what I'll do, I'll just change it to the request method, just right clicking and change the request method. And after that I'm gonna move to the engagement tools and generate CSRF poke and copy the HTML. Okay, sometime what I'll do, I just go to the intruder and select here add, and after that move to the payload section. And after moving to the payload section, what I'll do, I'll just select to the word list here by clicking here, and then move to the HTTP verbs, and it will scan start attack. It will scan all the methods which are available, but for now I am not doing because my cookies get expired. So that was a quick trick I have shown you. And yeah, now we are going to store it, but before we are going to store, make sure to randomize your email address. I have randomized it here, and now I'm going to store it. And after storing it, now I have to deliver to the victim, and I have delivered to the victim. You can see that my lab is solved. We are going to move to the real world example. These are the labs. These are the things that makes our basics clear. So here, an awesome hacker, Matthias Carlson, if you are a bug bounty hunter, you know who is he. So it was reported by HackerOne. An attacker can it is saying that CSRF possible when SOAP means same origin policy, bypass or universal access is available. Okay, if an attacker could extract the content of the hackerone.com, they could perform the CSRF attack. Some pages prints the token in the HTML response. Here it is saying that the profile edit page tokens are bound, patch or delete. So here you can see that it is changing the request from patch or delete can be sent via method. Attacker being able to read the content but not execute. He has found just a CSRF bypass, SOAP bypass in plugin. And yeah, here he has changed a lot of issues. And after that, it is saying currently the mitigation are in place. Underscore method isn't allowed in the get. The origin header is checked. This isn't enough since Firefox. And yeah, sometimes there is another interesting thing that I came across there. Let's say Firefox and Internet Explorer. These are the browsers that doesn't send the origin header when submitting the form, and these are the browsers that were vulnerable at that time. So make sure to check your CSRF with a lot of browsers like Firefox, Mozilla, and a lot like Opera and a lot of other famous browser. Make sure to test your POC. So this was a basic one. Like he has said that I reported the missing X frame option and CDN CGI resources to Cloudflare, and he has exploited it very well using a UXS. And here it has pointed that the CSRF protection is not robust, so make sure to have the one. And here's a list of other reports you can check, but I'm gonna move to the next one very quickly. I'll also link all of these resources in my video description as well.